Well, hello there. Welcome back, my friends. I'm so glad you've come to visit. I'm still reading from this book, A Tree Full of Angels. This is number 2 in our short series on the home. Let me just dig right in. Where are the places you feel at home? To embrace both our littleness and our greatness and come home. Come home to our families, our friends, our church, ourselves, our God. Where are the places that you feel at home? Have you ever really felt at home? Do you ever feel like running away from home? Have you ever heard a call from deep within to come back home? Running away from home is not that uncommon. Sometimes we run away from home without leaving. We just conveniently aren't there for others. It hurts too much to be there, and so we disappear. It's easy to disappear. Disappearing is what makes home so hard to find. People do it all the time. We disappear because we are uncomfortable with being in process. Did you ever run away from home when you were a child? I did. Well, I wasn't quite a child. I think I was 16 or almost 17, almost in college at that time, still in high school. And I was so angry with my dad. He was so, I have talked about this before, I had such a strict daddy. He was so strict. His fear for what could happen to me just and eclipsed his love that I know that he had. And I don't know what it was. I think I was supposed to be at a club meeting or something after school or something, but he was irate. He was so mad. He was yelling at me, and I just had it. And I took off, and I didn't know where I was going, but I was walking down Oak Street and away from my childhood house and just didn't have even a purse with me. I'm just walking. I'm running away. And then all of a sudden, about 2 blocks later, little white Falcon station wagon pulls up next to me and keeps driving maybe like 2 miles an hour. And who is it? My mother, rolling the window down. Get in here, Stephanie, she says. Get in here. And no, I'm not coming in. Come in here. No, I'm not coming home. My dad hates me. I'm not coming home. You know, and we went through that. Many children and teenagers go through that kind of riff. Of course, I went home, and I just gave in and went home. I had no place to go. But sometimes we run away from what's uncomfortable, and some of us run very fast and do so without thinking about what the ramifications would be and what that means. But I don't know. I just think that what Macrina Wiederkehr said about running away from home or running away from ourselves or running away from a problem is so profound there. We disappear. So at that age, I would disappear. I couldn't run away, but I could run away in my room. I could shut the door and lock the door, or just I had the privilege of having my own room in the house. We had a lot of kids in the house. My mom had 6 kids, and we had a big house, a big old house, and I would just disappear into my room and into my books, into my records, and just be very much isolated by myself, not because they were isolating me or pushing me away. My parents loved me, my brothers and sisters, we all loved each other, but I just didn't want to show up for them. I got to a place in my teenage years where I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be known. I didn't want to just be the good little girl that did every single thing my mother and father told me to do and never had an outlet for myself. And it took me a few years to get through that and to realize that I was pulling myself away from my family. I wonder, have you ever thought about that? Like, some of you maybe aren't very close to your family. I'm thankfully close to my family and have been ever since, but I did go through that for a few years in my teenage life. Have any of you, I wonder, gone through that, wanting to just disappear from a relationship or disappear from the life that you're in and just go and change your name and, move to a new state, as they say? Not when we do that, and if we do that, someone's not always going to come after us. Sometimes they just let us go. And then we have these big gaping holes in our life where the sense of home is just echoing in emptiness. And it creates a kind of bottom line misery where nothing really ever makes a person feel like they belong. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I'm a Christ follower, honestly, is because I know that God always has a place for me, no matter what I do and no matter how I've failed or no matter how I've disappointed him or myself. that God has a place for me, a place of belonging in Him, of being and becoming who I am in Him. And I think that's part of the longing for home that He puts in us. As I mentioned last week, He puts a longing for Himself within us. It's the same kind of longing that we have for home. It's the longing to be heard, that our name is known, that someone can call us by name, that we can be comfortable in a place, we can kick off our shoes and know that we're accepted and we're not going to be yelled at or treated harshly. And I love the fact that God has put this in us. There's suffering that comes with it too, because when we don't have anyone who will help lead the way, sometimes it takes a long time, a very long time, to get that revelation, to get that understanding that God is for us and He is our ultimate home. I love also the fact that it's not just a destination, that He's not just our home out there somewhere in transcendent, ethereal afterlife. That's our home. Ultimately, yes, but here in this life, we can find our place and be known by the one who knows us better than we know ourselves. I hope you've had a great day today and a wonderful week, and I will look forward to hearing from you and seeing you again on video next week. God bless you, friends.